build our business using these quadrants. And the agenda for tonight is going to be talking about sustainable growth, strategy, team building. What kind of activity do we need to have in our teams when we're starting a team? How important is that average order in order for our team to grow? And the most important thing is how to duplicate our efforts. So duplicating yourself. So tonight we're going to be talking about those things, but let's kick it off with Barbara and talking about sustainable growth strategy.
Okay, we have a new strategy for sustainable growth, and that's what we're going to talk about. Is the component are team building, activity, average order, and duplicate yourself, like Mike said. It's very important that these are always in your calendar. When your calendar addresses each of these quadrants, every campaign, you will reap the benefit of increased growth of your team in your team sales and with your earnings. This is also the way to reach your higher titles.
So team building and growth, these are one of the things that we all want to do when we start Avon. One of the main reasons that you started Avon was you came to start your business to make money. Well, one of the ways or one of the income streams that you have is by recruiting and starting your own team. Well, this takes a little bit of selling, a little bit of recruiting, and that's where the additions part of it comes. I know in the previous weeks we learned how to recruit, how to talk to people, how to make maybe home parties, how to start conversations with people in order to get them on your team. That's where the additions come into your team. That's where new members come to your team. Now more than ever, Avon has a lot of money on the table for when you bring people into your team. When you help them build their business, you in turn grow your business. But with that comes the second part, which is removals, and that's going to equal your growth or your loss. So it's very important that we're aware that when we're building a team, that there's going to be people that are going to leave our team for regardless for different reasons. So team building and growth are going to come a little bit with the highs and lows of having removals. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to address how, yes, it's important to bring people on, but what's the important thing about connecting with them, finding and understanding their why, and understanding how we can support them, how you can support them in order for them to grow their business and for us to help us grow our business. Well, who on your team can you help add to your team size? Well, identifying that is a very key point to your business. So looking at your team and looking at maybe you've brought in one or two people, which is the right person that you need to dedicate your time with. So in the span of this conversation tonight, we're going to talk about that growth strategy and what does that quadrant look. As Barbara mentioned in the past slides, she mentioned that these quadrants, these four things that we have to do. So when we're looking or doing things on our calendar every day to grow our business, we're going to have one of these things that are in the quadrant in order to help us move our business along. So contacts or contracts to the first order success, that's the most important thing. And this just came out hot off the press today in order to help us achieve this. And this is skill building, connect to our new tools, and an ability for us to identify when we sit down with someone, how much money do they want to make and what their desire is. And this is something that I would like you guys to write down because it's an easy strategy that when you sit down with your new person that comes to the business, it's an easier way to find out how much money they can make or they have to sell in order to make the money. So let's say your desired earning right here, the example is 125. So formula to determine the award sales at full earnings is you got to multiply it times 2.5. So if somebody wants to make $125 that you're helping bring on the team, their order size needs to be total of $313 in order for them to make $125 on their first order. That's divided by the offer, and the offer that we're talking about is the $20 order that you're going to help them build. So $16, 16 orders of this is going to get you to that $313. So that's just a simple way that we can address those new people coming in and helping them earn the desired money that they want. And it's about the daily care bundle, which is specifically priced at $19.99, connecting the Ready Now tools for the first order, because it's so important when somebody comes to us, preparing them to to put this first order in. And not only that, preparing them to earn some money, because when they earn money, you're more likely to stay and your team will be bigger. So the earnings formula to identify how many bundles do they need to sell is this: desired earning levels times 2.5 equals award sales needed. Award sales divided by 20, that's the daily care bundle, which is $19.99, makes the number of bundles that you need to sell in order to get to that offer. So this is a little globe here, or a little cloud that you see here. Exclusive offer, 6 full-size products valued at $65 for just $20. How many would you like? And if you guys want, you guys can take a picture of this, because this is very helpful. This you can show to your first person that you bring on and help them identify who are they going to send it to on their list of contacts. Most of them have hundreds, if not thousands, of people that they have on their phones, on their social media sites, and this is where they can send it in order to achieve the amount of money that they desire, the desired earnings when they come to Avon. Because if they want to make a certain amount of money, this is the pathway to do it with this daily care collection that all new representatives have available. Places you know, places to go. So it's an important part of our building that new representative when you bring them in, that new order. All right.
Okay. I would like to know, what do you think of this formula? If you can type it on the box, do you think it's something you can duplicate? It's easy to understand and to explain to your new representatives? We'll give you a couple minutes to answer. And if you need any more explanation on that, you can always go back to your coach.
Now, team building and growth, it's about managing your removals. And one of the most important things that we talk about, and when you start your Avon career and you start recruiting and your team building, one of the things that I think me and Barbara, we had spoken about, and Barbara, you're off mute, right?
Yes.
Okay, correct. So one of the things that we talked about today was very important, and we said, the key to the whole thing, the whole presentation today was these 3 words, right? We talked about contact, 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 and tell me your thoughts about that. What did we discuss when we talked about this?
Okay, it's very important to contact with everybody that you have in your team. Remember, some people come to Avon looking for friends, for something to keep them busy. So it's good to maintain them. In order to maintain them informed, you need to keep in contact. When you're in contact with your representative, you know if they had any kind of problems that they couldn't place an order, and then you can address that. They know if they don't have brochures, if they have any questions or any doubt, that's the only way you can know. Keep in contact. That's been the key to my business, to our business for many years. And like they said, people will leave Avon, they will leave a business, but they won't leave you once you have a relationship with them. Okay. Our next quadrant is activity, and this is team engagement and orders. Okay, it's very important for you to keep your team engaged, and you can do that through communication through social media. If you have like a group text or WhatsApp or Facebook group that you can keep them informed about team meetings, recruiting events, workshops, anything that comes to mind about the business, you need to keep them informed in order for them to stay engaged. And one of the best tools that we have right now out there is the Red Fest that is coming. It's very important that you get everybody engaged, because when they go to Red Fest, they come ignite, and they want to do the business and they're all excited. So this is very important. And when you have team engagement, as a result, you have orders.
So you know what? It's interesting that you talk about that. It's about the average order, and how do we raise your team sales by increasing your average order and improving your skills? This right here, it's perfect. It's that contact with your new people that come on. Well, whether you have a team of three, whether you have a team of four, it's doing this every single campaign and reaching out to them, finding out and connecting what is their why, right? Always connecting with them and finding out, why did you join Avon? When we first brought you on, or when you joined the team, your purpose was to buy a refrigerator or pay this bill. How is it going? Well, helping them achieve that, it's by showing them how to sell, and that in turn is going to get that average order of your team much, much higher. Customer search, you can help that new individual that comes in your team to do a customer search, and always remembering the 5 by 5. What is that? Talking to 5 people every single day, 5 times a week. Teaching that new person that comes on your team, and you yourself practicing this every single time, will not only raise your average order, but raise your team's average order. Remember, your team will only follow what you do. So these are things that we all have to do in order to be successful and have a large average order. Product knowledge is another great thing. It's one of those things that a lot of us are challenged because we have so many products. We have over 6,000 different products in the Avon book. What does that mean to our product knowledge? Well, that's where it comes in of what territory are we in? Is my territory a fragrance territory? Is it a skincare territory? And then going from there, the product knowledge. Now, when we have that product knowledge, we can either pick 1, 2, 3, 4 products that we want to get good at. And then from there, we want to teach the people that we bring in about those products and maybe find their favorite 5 products that they have, because it's about what you feel comfortable with. You're only going to sell what you love, right? I know, there's certain creams, there's certain, fragrances that I love from Avon, and that's what I'll talk about. And that's where it comes across. Now, what about upselling? Well, that's another way that we can teach our new ones that when they come into the business is how to get their average order up and how to get to that PC or President's Club, right? It's talking to them about when somebody orders a lipstick, right? What about a mascara? What do you need? Foundation. What about skincare to go underneath that makeup? So upselling is a very key important part of our business. If we do not teach that to the people coming in, they're not going to grow their business. They're not going to have an order that's going to be big enough in order for them to really be making money and taking their business to that next level. Cross-category selling. What if they ask for a pair of shoes? Can we teach that new person that comes into our team how to cross-sell and maybe go to a skincare, fragrance, or any other category that's not the category that they're selling? Well, that's all upon us when we bring somebody into the business. That is part of the quadrant that we need to be doing every single time that we go out and talk to new people that we bring into our team. So it's very important. And skincare clinics, that's one of the things that the skincare clinics have really have helped a lot of new ones coming into the business. When they start building their team, they build their string really strong, and they start helping their new ones come in with skincare clinics and teaching them. I know Avon in the past has offered. I know in your area they may have offered it in the recent past couple of months, but I know your coaches are always more than willing to help, or your upline is willing to help you maybe do a skincare clinic, because we know that skincare is where the money's at. Aspira too. It's a new way that we can make money, and a new offer that we have out there. So all that is going to build in conjunction to build a stronger order. Now, duplicating yourself is interesting. Barb?
Okay, you need to execute and build PC. PC is President Club members and title leaders. And how do we do this? Like Mike was saying, talking about Spira, doing skincare classes, because this is what's going to make our business. This is when we have a President Club in our team, it's a solid foundation, okay? To duplicate yourself, you need to spend some hip time with your representative. You should select somebody that wants to work with you, that you think have the capacity of growing, that they're able to give you the time, and take them with you so that you can role model what you do. Okay, and do one-on-one trainings with them when you have new incentives. Sometimes between two people it's easier to understand and to set goals. When are we going to reach this goal? It's always lonely when you go out there recruiting by yourself, so it's good to find somebody, a partner. Okay, and if that partner is somebody in your team that is trying to grow, that's even better. Okay, always remember, like Mike said, lead with products. uh, right now we have the great opportunity with Spira that's bringing to the table a whole new type of representatives or customers that we didn't have anything to offer them before in the health and wellness care. So now you have that, and you can get different type of representative that comes because they're interested on that. Okay, so duplicate yourself. What do? You place your orders every campaign. You recruit, you train, and this is what they need to do later on their own.
Well, one of the things I like to go back and just share with you guys is in the beginning. We talked about this, and Barb, can you review the four quadrants again with them in detail?
Okay, it's team building or growth. Is addition minus removal equals growth or loss. That's something that we don't want. We don't want any loss. We want to grow every campaign. This means you can bring people to the business. Those are your new additions. And then always we have some representative that maybe they don't place a campaign for an order for a few campaigns and they get removed. So these are our removal, and you add the additions minus the removal, that's your growth. Okay, we don't want to have a loss, so we got to make sure that we contain the removals. Okay, who on your team can help add to your team size? One way to doing this is who likes Avon, who's placing an order every campaign, who's positive. Those are the team members that you're going to come to and see if they can start recruiting and they want to start in the other aspect of the business. Then we have activity, which is team engagement, okay, and orders. You gotta make sure the team have orders every campaign. This is our activity. How many orders per campaign? And then the average order. We need to raise the team sales by increasing average order with improved selling skills. Okay, to raise the activity, we can do one or two things. We gotta make sure to raise the average order, we gotta make sure they place order and they know their products. Okay, and duplicate yourself. Execute and build PC like we talked about, and make sure you have title leaders. If somebody comes to the business and they bring one representative, then you need to hip time with them to show them what's the next step, what is in the table for them. Right now we have the opportunity to double their bonus. That is a great opportunity for anybody that starts after campaign 5. If I go and talk to somebody and I offer them that they can make $1,000 in 3 campaigns, that is very powerful. So you have a powerful tool that you need to use with everybody that comes into the business, not only the ones that come new into the business, but the ones that are recruiting, because this is what they have to offer, okay, to the new representative. In addition, of course, to the kickstart.
Excellent. And I'm glad you touched on that, Barb, because there's so much money that Avon has on the table for each and every one of us right now. So it's about talking to 5 people a day, 5 times a week. So are we doing that in our everyday life? Are we talking about Avon? If we are doing all these activities, whether it's team building through growth, through additions, having our activity, team engagement, whether it's meeting up with our team, our team right now may be a 1 person or two people team, and that's okay, because we need to get that into the habit. When you get into a good habit of meeting with your team, regardless if it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 100 people, if you try meeting with them, if you try organizing with them, your business will grow. Concentrating on the average order, that's constantly speaking with your people, and once again finding those people that you can duplicate and replicate what you're doing out there is going to bring a lot of money. Barbara said it. In 3 campaigns right now, the bonus has been doubled to $1,000. Who wouldn't want to make $1,000 in 3 campaigns? Let's go talk to people right now, get them engaged in the business, and get them started. But we want to thank you for joining us tonight. But we didn't want to leave without mentioning something very important that's going on, because all this and a lot more can be found on Avon Rep Fest 2018. So I don't know, maybe some of that are on the phone are brand new, or on the computer are brand new, but if anybody joined and went last year, it was amazing, right, Barb? It was just an amazing
Yeah.
energy, a lot of energy, a lot of interaction, and something not to be missed out, because sorry, I'm dealing with a cough here. Not only you're going to hear from guest speakers, the lady from Shark Tank, her name is Barbara Corcoran. She's going to be there. As you heard in the intro, if you join us early, Rascal Flatts is going to be there. And right now, excuse me, of RevFest, the registration is going to be, right now it's $119. So invitations have gone out for RevFest 2018, $119. What do you have anything else to add, Barb, regarding
All I,
RevFest?
all I like to add about Red Fest, this could be a game changer for somebody that never thought seriously about Avon, goes to the conference, and that can really make them fall in love with the company, and they will come back with a new attitude towards the business. So if you can make a group with your team members and get them there, that will be awesome. They will have fun. They will come informed about the business, and they will come excited about the business. So this is a great opportunity to you. And the cost of usually the gift that they give them, the bag, my complete,
Yes.
correct me
That's
if
what I
I'm,
was going to talk about right now.
it's a larger price.
Yeah.
I mean, what they give is a more value of what they pay
Yeah.
for the actual for attending.
So you say, what do they get for $119? Well, the Dance the Night Away with the Rascal Flatts, get inspired by amazing speakers like Shark Tank's Barbara Corcoran, walk away with a $150 swag bag filled with Avon's best, experience training shops with representatives and home office teams, and be the first to hear details about new products, new promotions, and incentives. Yes, you can register at a guest too. Plus, use President's Club points to register and pay for the hotel room. So there's a lot of great things to miss. We're trying as a company to hit a target of trying to get 10,000 people. Just imagine, the energy last year was 6,000 people, and I mean that room was energetic. I can't imagine 10,000 people, and I know we're going to get there with your help. So if you haven't done plans yet, reach out to your upline, make some plans. This is part of team building. This is part of getting to know your team. Is doing an event like this. It's going to be very energetic, but you still have time, and yeah, it's an investment in yourself. It's very true. This is something that, to build your business, you got to invest in your business, and this is a great investment, and you're going to have a lot of fun and a lot to learn. So I want to thank everybody.
My early bird registration ends on the 31st, so remember to register before that.
Perfect. Thank you. So thanks again for everybody for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you on the next Level Up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.